Marco Jacobs Media.
From my side, what we'll do is we'll take questions in the room. I'll handle that, and then if we go over to Zoom, you can take it from there, I think. All right, guys, you can raise your hands if you've got questions for Johan. Brendan is first.
How's it, man? Obviously, you wanted fight from the guys. You got that today, but not the result. Just your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, it's obviously disappointing at the moment. We're all emotional, and it hurts to lose like that. And just because there was a lot of fight, like you said, and one or two things that you can't fault the players for not putting in a lot of effort, and then I feel just sorry that the things doesn't want to turn for us. Like even when we win a high ball, the ball will be kicked into their hands, and then obviously there's a lot of funny little things when that happen during the game. The bounce of the ball seems like every little kick feels like it doesn't come your way. Even 50-50 calls from the officials and everything. So yeah, it's just a tough place at the moment. You really wanted the players to put their hands up, and they did, and then suddenly things go your way. And it was a test match, I think, pressure. There was a lot of mistakes, not the most fluent game, and it boiled down to one or two big decisions. And credit to the Stormers, they finished that last ball. I wanted the boys to go contest. We could have easily stayed on the floor and tried to defend them all, but then I wanted them to contest, and they did went up, and it was millimeters that Rohan missed the ball. So yeah, hopefully soon it will turn for us.
Lloyd.
It's just you mentioned test match there. I mean, it's a very low-scoring game. Is that reflective in any way of the quality that was out there, or was the low score just a result of how tight it was?
Yeah, I think it was again. It was both teams. Feeling the pressure in a different way. I think the Stormers wanted to stay unbeaten in front of a home crowd, and we wanted to turn it around and get the wins and start getting the season going. But therefore, there was maybe the odd little errors, and then again, both sides scrambled very well on defence. I think both sides' defence was very good. Every time you think you're into a little bit of a momentum, someone will come with a big turnover or a big tackle, and that stopped the momentum. So I think it was a great contest from that point of view. So not the most fluent game like you said, but I think it was because of the pressure.
Johan, dis baie maklik en ons het nogal langs die veld gespot en gesê vertrou nou die Bulls om hulle game te lig teen iemand soos die Stormers. 2 strafskoppe wat gemis is, soos jy sê, daar's baie game wat geswaai. Wat is die positiewe en hoe swaai jy dit?
Nee, die positiewe is dat ek het vir die ouens gesê ons moet karakterwys en beklei vanaand, en dit het hulle gewys, en ek dink op enige goeie dag, hopelik sal dit binnekort vir ons gebeur, sal daai skoppe oorgaan en sal ons begin daai passes wat ons in plek sit waar Stervino in 'n gat is raak vang en goed gaan vir jou begin draai, jy weet, en miskien 'n beslissing waar Rohan nog 'n keer op die bal was daar op die 22 besluit, dit is gesê nee, dit is nie turnover nie, maar weet so dit is al die klein goedjies, jy moet jouself 'n kans gee om dit te hê, en dan sal dit draai. So ons moet net aanhou, jy weet, soos ek sê, daar was definitief positief, is vroeg in die eerste helfte het ons 1 of 2 strafskoppe besluit om 1 gehardloop, 1 hoek toe geskop, nie gekapitaliseer, en dan gee ons 'n maklike strafskop af, en dan laat ons die span maklik uit hulle halfte uitkom. So is klein in terme van, is nie klein nie, ons moet dit regmaak, maar is klein in terme van binnekort hopelik sal ons daai goed reg doen.
Because just on the wind was certainly a factor tonight. Just how much did it influence the kicking and the aerial game in that, in your opinion?
Yeah, I think it made the contest difficult because it looks like the ball is going to go far, and suddenly it comes closer and it makes it difficult for the guys contesting. But I mean, any day it's difficult for both sides. And again, the Stormers did really well in the aerial game and in the contest game. And again, like Pollard is a world-class kicker, so I think he probably most of the time will spot those open. So it's definitely a factor to tonight maybe, but not the reason why we lost. You know, I think that was in our hands, and we just have to be better.
Johan, you spoke about how painful the loss is, and obviously you touched on the mistakes and stuff. But the game itself, does that give you confidence looking towards Europe that there's something developing in this team?
Yeah, definitely. You know, if you think how we, you know, the game is definitely not all around one player. I don't believe that, you know, a player must always have, you know, individuals can maybe have a brilliant moment, but it's up to everybody in the team to perform. But it was a bit of a loss to lose Keenan, for example, you know, because he's that one player that can make something out of nothing. And if you take that aside, and the whole 80 minutes, you know, I've seen, you know, we were good so much of the game, and we had a lot of fight and a lot of good opportunities, especially if you look even this last kickoff, when Sebastian won that ball. On any given day, if Reinhard passes that ball, we scored a try maybe in the left-hand corner. So that's a lesson for a 23-year-old to learn, you know. So there's a lot of positives, you know, that we can take out of the game. So it's definitely not, you know, one individual reason why we lost, and there's more positives for me in the sense that if we can replicate this and fix those mistakes, we can probably turn our season around.
What is the situation with Keenan? Sorry, you mentioned.
He failed his HIA in the first half, so that's why we made the change in the first half, and he didn't come out in the second half.
Johanna, you lost Paul a bit before the start, and Emrose came on, and he had quite a, you know, the sniping runs, and I mean that is a close call. What was your thoughts on that almost try?
Yeah, no, I mean, again, like I said, that's how it feels. I mean, Sasha is so good player. Every kick he kicks, even if it's a boom kick, it still works out. You know? So yeah, we can just stay, you know, working and believing. I know the people outside will start doubting us, and that's fine. And you know, I can't change anything other than believing in the team, and hopefully, like Emrose will score that try. Will slow down half a foot down. But no, credit to Emrose, you know, to hear the call this morning that Paul is not going to play, and to put in that performance, you know, it just showed the quality. And we again was sorry for Paul, because I think it would have been nice for him and to play from the team he represented in the past. But that's the game we're in. You know, things can change quickly.
What was the injury?
He felt his calf on Thursday, but yesterday was a bit better, and this morning it was a bit better. But the fact that we went 6-2, we were just nervous that, you know, if he comes off early, then we're really under pressure on our reserves. So we just made the call to not risk that. So hopefully it won't be that serious going forward.
Well, guys, all good. Clint, over to you and the guys on Zoom if there are any questions from Pretoria.
Thanks very much. Hands up, guys.
Covered.
Yeah, I think you've done all the work for us. Thanks very much. Michael.
Can always rely on the Cat Media. Wait, we've got one more.
Yeah. Thanks. Johan, just on the way forward with the Champions Cup, obviously 1 foot in it still. How does it work forward for you guys, knowing that the URC becomes much tougher now after this loss? How do you balance the competition?
No, we're going to go full out for it. Strong as possible next 2 games.
Next week.
We lose. And we know we're out that one. If we win it, we're in it.
Johan, sorry, last one. You also spoke about the team, the fight in that, but it's the first time this season this specific block of players have been together. How close are they to just gelling? Do you think it's just going to come natural, or are you going to need a game or two still?
No, hopefully a game like tonight it's already a big positive on that track. You know, like I said, this week was the first week that I had every contracted player in the same room since we started. You know, not everybody fit. Like, you know, obviously there's a few players still injured, but but everybody in the room. And you know, you showed Kanan came off his 3-week rest, and he performed well until he got injured. And Ruan Murkia played 80 minutes. Marco played well for guys who hasn't played for 3 weeks. You know, didn't even train with us until Monday. So hopefully this is the start of getting that unity back and that gel back. And that's why I said now we need to use the next 2 games to get everybody on the right track together, you know, and hopefully that will take us into the URC on a bit more positive note. So this next block is part of this journey of getting everybody on the same page and start building hopefully and turn our season around. But we know it's not going to be easy. Every team out there is good. We saw the Lions again, the result, and every team is strong. But we personally just going to now start getting this group together and play them together as much as we can until the next break.
Cool, guys. Thanks so much.